The 10 years Alicia and Alfred Dupont lived at Nemours, 1910 to 1920, were not particularly happy. There was a lot of fighting within the Dupont family, lawsuits, financial losses, and finally Alfred was forced out of the company he loved and was part owner. Alicia had also given birth to 4 children, all of whom died within a couple of days of their birth. Alicia preferred to spend time in Paris, a city she loved, but when World War I broke out, she was forced to leave. There were many dark days, but there was one great bright spot and source of happiness, and that was Denise Dupont. Adelaide Camille Denise Dupont was a French war orphan who came to Nemours in 1916 when she was 11 months old. We don't know her full story, but according to Alicia, her father had been killed in the war and her mother couldn't take care of her. Denise was doted on by many, including her older sister, little Alicia. Sadly, when she was 5 years old, Alicia died, leaving her motherless. That didn't last for long, because in 1921, Alfred married Jessie Ball, and she had a new mother figure. Denise's childhood was very different from little Alicia's. There were often cousins her age visiting and other children on the estate that she may have played with. Rather than being tutored privately at home, Denise was sent to boarding school in Baltimore, New York, and later Europe. In 1937, 2 years after Alfred's death, Denise was 22 years old and wanted to marry Carl Zapfe. They asked Jessie for permission to marry, and she agreed, but not that year because there was another big family wedding taking place, a Dupont Roosevelt wedding. Theirs would have to wait until the following year. Soon after that, Jessie sailed for England, and Carl and Denise eloped and married in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Carl and Denise settled in Baltimore and raised 8 children, 7 girls and 1 boy. And no, the boy was not the last child. He was the second. Denise visited Nemours in the 1980s for the last time. She died in New Mexico in 2000 when she was 85 years old.